Hey there, everyone. This is Dr. Gwen from Dr. Gwen International Training and Empowerment Academy. I am so delighted that you are able to join me again today. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I hope that you had a chance to watch my previous videos and to utilize a lot of the strategies in there. By this, you should be beginning to discover what your passions are. And wouldn't you agree that this is the most wonderful feeling? And if you haven't yet gotten there, if you have not gotten around to looking at my videos, what are you waiting for? You are absolutely missing the most important, exciting time of your life. Because I have to really say this, that when you have discovered your passion, there is nothing more exhilarating than this. I, quite frankly, didn't have a clue what I was missing when I was working outside of my passions. You see, with my job, I had a really great job that I enjoyed for the most part. And the reason for that was I never considered my passions when I was working on my job. There were times that I felt stressed out. There were times when I felt fulfilled and exhilarating, but it wasn't always this continuous, wonderful feeling of joy and depth of happiness that I currently have. And it never occurred to me why that was the way it was. And so today, I want to take this passion discussion and take it a little bit further. I want to talk to you about your passions, your subconscious mind, and all of the things that go along with that subconscious mind. I'm going to share with you today 2 bits of information from a chart that I created, and I know when I show you these charts that they are reversed. But in any event, just seeing the picture will make a difference for you. And I think it will clarify a lot of things. So, talking about my job, that I was a very high performer. I achieved well. I excelled well, in so much that I moved up the ranks, the administrative ranks. Now, do you find yourself in the same situation? Are you doing great on your job? Are you exceeding expectations? And yet there is something inside, just something that may be saying to you that possibly there could be more. I didn't get that feeling of possibly there could be more until I hit all of my career goals. I wanted to get to the highest level of leadership that I wanted to, and I got there. I was making a nice 6-figure salary. I got there. I had fulfilled the mission that I had set out to achieve. Hi, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I can see that you are there. So I can't see the name, but I know that you're there, and I thank you for joining me. So I could actually see all of those things, and I personally got to them. I achieved them, and I felt as though something was still missing. Here I am achieving all the goals that I thought was possible. Go to school, get a good education, then you'll be happy. Then also, there was one other thing. I took a look at retirement, and they said that you need to be, the experts have ranged from the range of what they say you should have when you retire, 10 to 25 times your income. And I didn't have $2 million saved up. I didn't have $1 million saved up. And so I knew that I was going to need something else. So on top of all of that, and the feeling that there's got to be more to life that I can offer, I took that leap of faith, which I told you about the last time. Now you're going to have to go back and watch that video to learn about what I shared with you. But today, I just really want to keep the focus on you. Because now, if you are in a job, you may be feeling as though there is something more that you could be giving. In fact, I just wrote a blog this weekend, and I'm going to invite you to go over to my website and read that blog. I'm just going to summarize one story in that blog that really appealed to me this weekend when I was out and about at a meeting, and there was this lovely lady who was giving a talk, and she said she had worked at her current job for 23 years. She was obviously in her 50s to 60s, and she said, now I can retire right now. However, I don't have the money to retire. I'm going to need money to pay my bills and to take care of my responsibilities. And I have my passions that I want to go and live. And if I had the money right now, I would go live my passion so I can be happy and do what I've always wanted to do. And I wanted to shake her and say, you don't have to wait until you are retired to start doing that. But of course, the condition and the situation didn't allow me to interrupt. So I sat there and listened. And needless to say, I had to run out right after that meeting. So I didn't get an opportunity to connect with her. But don't you know I will? I will, because it's sad that people are getting up every single Monday morning, going to a workplace that they hate. If you ever see the descriptions in some of those forums that people are talking about, they are sick to their stomachs. They hate their jobs. I told you from the beginning that about 80% of the people hate their jobs. 80%. Wouldn't you say that is an epidemic? I greatly would too. So what do you do about it? And what is keeping you in that spot where you feel like you cannot go off and pursue your passions? As I pointed out, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. I understand you've got to pay the bills, you have responsibilities, you probably have people relying on you to take care of them, and all of those things are legitimate things. They should never be the things to stop you. As I said, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to jump and quit that job without seeing where you're going. That wouldn't be wise. But what you do want to do is, once you have taken the time and gone through those exercises and downloaded that free resource that I gave you on my website, then now you take this time, go through it, find those passions, pinpoint the passion that speaks the loudest to you, and start making plans to do it. If you are getting up every single week, day after day after day, going to fulfill someone else's passions while yours sit dormant, and you are dying and crying inside, then shame on you. Shame on you. You've got to do something for you. You are important, because you already know that when you do your passions, that it's going to bring energy to your life, it's going to reduce your stress level, it's going to cause you to be happier and healthier. And even if you choose not to do that passion as a business, just doing that passion anyway will relieve a lot of the mental stressors that are in your life, because you have an outlet. So are you on the job, and are you one of those top producers who just feel empty inside, and you just feel like you can't continue doing this anymore? Is that you? I want to show you a chart, and this is a chart that I actually created. Once again, it's going to be backwards, but as you can see, it says the ACT Breakthrough Cycle of Success. And this cycle asks a few questions. Now, if you're looking at this portion right here where my finger is, it says overachiever in case you're seeing it backwards. A lot of high performers find themselves here. Many people in our world find themselves here at the dreamer perspective. But if you are an overachiever, then you are doing quite well on the job. However, you are feeling pretty burned out. You are probably feeling empty. Even if you're not burned out, there is something that's missing. There's that deeper connection with your spirit that is missing. That could cause the whole experience of work to be so much more fulfilling and so much more enlivening to your spirit and to your life. And why is that? That's simply because you are low on the passion. Now, if you notice on this level here, that's awareness. This is creation. This is transformation. And here we have right in the middle desire and passion. Everybody down here are low in desire and passion. There's this unmotivated non-achiever, and here's the overachiever. This is where you aspire to be. And that's for another lesson that we will talk about. However, I want to point this out, that if you are at this overachiever level, you're achieving all the results you want, and you've got to take care of you. You've got to discover those passions and cause them to work for you. So I asked you a question initially, just before we started, and I asked you, what is keeping you where you are right now? Is it fear? Fear that you don't know what to do, or fear that what if it doesn't work, or all of those other voices that tend to come in your head when you're about to embark on something that's great? Well, let me tell you this, that fear doesn't have to stop you, but it's real for you because it's existing. And so I want to show you another chart, but before I do that, let me lay some groundwork for you. The groundwork of where fear is originating from. You see, that comes from your subconscious mind. And in your subconscious mind, some people call it the unconscious mind, what happens there is that all of the things that you learned, all the experiences that you've had or you've seen others have over the years, or that people said to you, whether good or bad, those are all stored there. Now, the thing is that many times when fear shows up, all those negative past are the things that crop up subconsciously. We're not necessarily aware that it's coming from there, but it crops up and it actually stops you. What are you allowing to stop you right now? Are the voices in your head telling you, well, it won't work? Is it telling you that you're not good enough? Is it telling you, who are you? Who do you think you are? You don't deserve this? Is that what you're listening to right now? And if that is, here is this chart that shows the great imbalance. This little tiny tip of the iceberg is your conscious mind. And you can see in the conscious mind, you have the willpower, the rationale, and the analytical responses. And this boulder right down here is your subconscious mind. And that's where all the habits and the strategies, the impulses, and everything reside. And that boulder actually operates or processes information at 40 million bits per second. And your conscious mind only processes information at 40 bits per second. So your subconscious mind is 1 million bits faster than your conscious mind. So if you're not aware, you're going to be overpowered by it. So what I want to do is I want to point you to some free online training that's going to help you to discover all of this and to give you strategies to halt those fears so that you can finally step out and you can achieve that goal that you always wanted to achieve. You want to step out and to fulfill your passion. Those voices in your head are stopping you. Here is some free online training that's going to help you to step out. Now remember, it's not all or nothing. You can gradually work on what you want to work on until it becomes your full-time income, or if that's not your desire, just work on it. And what will happen is your life will be so much more fulfilled and so much more open. Now, I don't know whether you have any questions for me, but I want to thank you for joining me here today. And what I will do is I will send out other announcements when I'm going to continue the topic, because I have some other things that I want to share with you to empower your life. You see, you are a special, lovely human being. You are. You deserve the very best in life. You are so wonderful. And if you were listening to this voice up here in your head, it may be telling you something opposite. I want to support you so that you overcome those voices that stop you, those voices that keep you stuck, those voices that prevent you from fulfilling your dreams and halting the happiness that you deserve to experience right now. I encourage you to write me your questions. You can send me an email if you wish. My email address is info@thedrgwen.com, info@thedrgwen.com. Feel free to write me there. I respond to my emails within 24 hours. So feel free to write me there. If you have any comments or questions, post them below in this box. I can't see the comments now. In case you are commenting or liking, I'm not able to see that now. For some reason that doesn't show up. The only thing that I see are the options that we're live and keep going and we're spreading the word that you're live and all of that, which is great. I take it, but I can't see your comments and your questions. And as I said, maybe it's me. There is a little button here that looks like it's a message button to push. But as you know, on day one, I pushed something and I disappeared. So I'm not about to try that again while I'm live. And I want to leave with a proper exit so that I don't push something and get cut off. So it's been really great chatting with you today. And I hope that you are having the most amazing Monday. I know according to the statistics, Mondays are not the best days for people who go out to work. In fact, the heart attack rates are so much higher on Mondays because people anticipate going to work. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? Not that they're going to work, but that the heart attack rate is high. And so let's get that changed for you. Let's make a difference for you. Let's get you from this overachiever category to the breakthrough performer category, where you can begin to live your life the fullest. You can live your life from a place of passion, from a place of happiness, from a place of commitment and integrity, just fulfilling everything that you ever dreamed and desired to dream of. So I look forward to talking with you. Keep commenting on the page, like the post, follow me on Twitter. I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook, of course, and Google+. So just follow me and comment on my post, and I will comment back. And thank you very much for joining me. And I look forward to chatting with you live next time. Take care.